Hey everybody, this is Greg Gossett from Gossett Trading and Mentoring, and today is Thursday, July 25th, 2024. I appreciate you stopping by today. I hope you're doing well. Hopefully in this short video I'll be able to teach you something that is worthwhile. And boy, what a day we have had. Look at this move on, these are the Qs, by the way. I mean, straight up, straight down. Bad news is it's going down if you're a bull, but the good news is we are starting to get into some type of support levels here. We're at a low 30 RSI, we're at 33.67. We're also coming down close to the 100-day moving average. One of the best setups for me on a daily swing trade is the confluence of a 30 RSI and the 100, a rejection of the 100-day moving average at the same time. Doesn't happen very often. In order for that to happen, it really has to come down hard as it is right now. Not part of the lesson here or the day trade, but this big down bar that happened on the 11th of July, whenever you're in a big uptrend like this and you get a big, strong, huge move down larger than 1 ATR on high volume, that's usually telling you something that maybe something has changed. I know when this bar came in, I said, I think that's the top. And so far, I have been right on that. But I know it's scary out here now, or it's scary in the market. But, this is the time that for me personally, I want to go shopping. I do not want to be shopping up here. I know it feels good to get in here because it's going up, everything's going great, headlines are good, news is good. Now, not so much, but now things are on sale. So anyway, just a little bit of a side, but big picture, I am looking to start to get long on the dailies. But that's just me. So I had a day trade. I went long on the Qs today on the 5 minute. I kind of want to show you what got me interested on the daily. If you've been listening to these videos, you'll hear me quite often say that I get my intraday trade ideas from looking at a larger time frame. Well, here's the daily. This is definitely larger. During near the low of the day, we were getting close to a 30 RSI on the daily. Okay, so I felt like we'll probably get a bounce there. We were closing in on the 100-day moving average as well. I was like, in this area here, we're probably going to get some kind of support. So that is what brought my attention to getting long on the 5 minute was the daily, very low RSI, near the 100-day moving average, and just an unbelievable sell-off that I figured, at some point we'll bounce here. Still have to wait for the signal. So that's what got me interested in looking at the Qs on the intraday time frame, on the 5 minute time frame. So let's go back to the beginning of the day here. Okay, so this is an oldie but a goodie. I trade the deep dip by stock trading strategy quite a lot. It works on any time frame. It's good. It's a really good approach. It's kind of old school. I've been doing a lot of fair value gaps and other things like that today, but let me bring your attention to why I got long. So let's here on this particular bar, we were under 30 RSI. And in my deep dip buy course, I teach this. If we go from under 30 RSI to over 30 RSI, then I will consider getting long on the trade. Well, look, the 5 minute bar before, we were at 1575. I mean, it just got hammered. But the next bar, the next bar closed 3148. So it closed 15, whatever, over 30 RSI. That is a close under, close over the 30 RSI. That is a legitimate entry. Now, I always like to look for confluences of signals. Well, the second confluence of the signal was this gray line here. This is the negative third ATR. Here's the third, fourth, fifth, sixth. But the one I want to concentrate on is the negative third ATR. I don't take a signal just based upon this 30 ATR. I have to have another like core entry signal, like on this, under 30, over 30, but I look for confluences, things that help the trade. Well, this helped the trade. 92% of prices when they get to the negative third ATR channel tend to stop going down or go up. Here, didn't work. Remember, I said 92% of the time. Here, yes, we got to about the negative third and we bounced. So the confluence signal here was the close under, close over the 30 RSI. That's one. Two is that we closed under, closed back over the negative third ATR channel. Again, just because it closes under and over the negative third ATR channel, that's not enough for me. I needed the core under 30 over 30 for the deep dip buy, but the close under and close back over the negative third ATR channel is really what got me in the trade. If it had just been an under 30 over 30 by itself without anything else, I probably would have not taken the trade. But what pushed me over the edge to take this trade was that it closed under the negative third, over the negative third. And again, on the daily, we were quite low. So I did take the trade here at 458.50. Now, when I enter a trade, this is a long trade, I always have two stops. For the first is my emergency stop. That's always going to be the value of 2 ATRs below my entry price. That's down here. If it ever gets there, doesn't matter. The bar doesn't have to close. If it gets there, I am out. I already know how much I'm going to lose maximum. The chances of it going down here are only about 5%. Okay, so entry price, I placed my emergency stop 2 ATRs below. Emergency stop. Now I have another stop. It's called an end of bar stop. Okay, and why did I take the trade? Well, it closed under 30 and then closed over 30. Therefore, in the future, had it closed back under 30, I simply would have gotten out of the trade. Okay, so an under 30 over 30 with rejection of the negative third ATR channel, got long 458.50, place emergency stop 2 ATRs below. My end of day stop is simply a close back under 30 because it's the opposite of what got me in the trade in the first place. Now, let's talk about profits. Well, my maximum allowed loss here in the worst case scenario is 2 ATRs, right? Well, I want to have an asymmetrical risk to reward ratio, meaning that if I hit my profit target, I want that to be at least 2 times more than my risk was. My risk was 2 ATRs, so therefore I'm going to place my profit target at 4 ATRs. So one of 4 things going to happen when I take this trade. 1, it's going to hit my emergency stop. 2, it's going to close below my 30 RSI and trigger my end of bar stop. 3, it's going to hit my profit target, my 4 ATR profit target. Or number 4, by the end of the day, it didn't hit any of them, and maybe I have a small loss, small gain, it just doesn't get to any. But this particular one did, and it was a nice trade. Really nice trade. And so I was risking, what was that? Like approximately $2.89 to the downside. So therefore twice that was my profit. And that's about what I got there. 1.29% for the day trade, moved 5.9 points. That's a big trade. That's on the Qs. That is a big trade for a day trade. So just old school deep dip buy stock trading strategy, under 30 over 30. Deep dip buy also uses the 200-day moving average, 250-day moving average, 300-day moving average. And if you'd like to learn more about the deep dip buy stock trading strategy or any of the strategies that I trade about 8 of them at this point. I have 3 options for you. 1, you could go to my YouTube channel on the weekend. I have a weekend review podcast where it's a little over an hour. I go through all the trades that I made in the previous week on the daily time frames, the weekly time frames. We talk about when I got in, why I got in, what were the signals, where did I place my emergency stop, where was my end of day stop, where were my profit targets, and then you'll see how the trades that I've taken, you'll see how they are doing. And then I also in that weekend review podcast talk about what the trades are that I'm looking for in the coming week. So I think you learn a lot there. I have more time in there to really get into the details, and I am able to teach a lot more. So if you want to learn more about those strategies, you can do it that way. Number 2, I do teach private one-on-one lessons in the evening time via Skype. I've taught so many people from around the world. I teach a 15-hour course. It's one-on-one. I think the best way to learn anything is one-on-one. And each lesson is 3 hours. And there's 5 sessions. And that's where you get the 15 hours. But it's a great, great course. I've taught people from absolute beginners all the way up to hedge fund managers and everywhere in between. And when you get finished with that course, you are going to know how to trade like I do, and you're really going to have a skill that you can use for the rest of your life. So if that's of interest to you, my email is in the link of the description. Just send me an email and we can get the discussion started. But I really know that you will be glad that you took this course. And then third option, speaking of deep dip buys, that this was the trade here, I do have a great online video course at udemy.com, and the link's in the description as well. The udemy.com link is down there. And I teach you in a video course how to trade the deep dip buy approach. It's 9.5 hours. It's a 9.5 hour course. I teach you every single step, how to trade the deep dip buy. It's very affordable. It's somewhere between $30 and $50 on Udemy. And so you get a lot of content for a very good price, and you'll be able to learn. It's a great place to start. So any of those three, you can learn more about my trading. But I hope this was helpful for you today to see this old school deep dip buy approach. And you can see it really did work well. They don't always work, obviously, but the key with trading is when they work, you have the potential for a nice gain. And when they don't work, you're out quickly. That's the key. So anyway, if this was helpful, I appreciate if you could hit the thumbs up button. It really does help the channel, lets YouTube know there's some valuable content here. And anyway, stay safe out there. The market's kind of treacherous right now, so make sure you got those stops in place and that you have a plan and a process in place. And if you have any questions about this trade, please let me know. I'll do my best to get back to you as soon as I can. Thanks a lot, everybody. Have a good rest of your day. Bye-bye.
U.S. government required disclaimer. Stock, options, futures, and forex trading is not appropriate for everyone. While there is a potential for large rewards, there is also a substantial risk of loss associated with trading. The material in this video or live broadcast is not geared towards any particular individual or to any particular financial situation and is not intended to meet the particular investment objectives of any viewer. This video or live broadcast, like all instructional materials produced by Gossett Trading and Mentoring LLC, is created and published for informational and educational purposes only. Any and all information contained in, implied, or referenced by this video or live broadcast is not to be construed as investment advice, and no representation is made that any individual or entity involved in production of this video or live broadcast is an investment or financial advisor or is registered or authorized to give any financial advice. We are publishers and educators only. Therefore, the various producers of this video or live broadcast will not accept liability for any loss or damage of any kind which may arise either directly or indirectly out of the use of any of this material, including any loss of profit. No representation is made that any account or investment will or is likely to achieve the profit or losses demonstrated. We recommend consultation with a licensed and qualified professional before making any investment decision. This video or live broadcast is not to be construed as an offer to buy or sell any security, financial instrument, or financial product of any kind. Notice is hereby given that any individual or entity involved in production of this video or live broadcast or their clients may have an interest in any security, financial instrument, or financial product mentioned or referenced. Any simulated or hypothetical performance result depicted does not represent actual trading and therefore may under or overcompensate for the impact of various market factors such as lack of liquidity. Thank you.